Welcome to Rock is Reality. Get ready for unfiltered and unapologetic culture, entertainment, relationships, and a little bit of politics on Motor City Woman Radio. Follow Rock is Reality on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. In the meantime, let's go. Yes! Fine. Welcome to Women's History Month. I am Rocky, your host, and I am excited to kick it off. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are kicking off a special month long full of dope ass women, history makers who are just doing the damn thing. My first guest we have is Qamil So Dope Right with her fine ass, y'all. Just bring her on. She knows she's. I got a woman crush on her. Look, and she got the twins tonight. Yes, come on, twins. She
Oh,
uh
there we go.
she brought the twins, y'all. Hey, beautiful.
Hi.
Yes, I've been. Y'all know as I always do. I've been stalking Qamil. Qamil, right quick. Did you share it to your page? If you
I'm
go to
about to
Rocky's Reality, yep,
do it right now.
on the Rocky's
I'm on
Reality
the page. Okay.
Facebook page, and just make sure you share it to your page so we can get into the nitty gritty because this is gonna be a good one, child. Let me tell you, me and Qamil be having some conversations via Facebook. I'm like, baby,
Here we
when
go.
we get to the mountaintop to discuss this one here,
It's been a long time coming.
listen. And I first want to shout out Stacy.
Yes.
How about you when you know people? I don't even remember Stacy's last name. That's my fellow Wolverine, y'all. But I don't even her she, yes, go blue. She is my fellow Wolverine. Her Facebook name is Stacy Lynn. I'm it's escaping me her last name, but she tagged me one time in Camille's video. And Camille's voice is just like husky euphoria. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like alluring.
Oh man.
When y'all hear, we gonna play her new song, Everything, and it is everything. Um, but Camille is an author, singer, songwriter. She is also the founder. Is it president or CEO, Camille?
CEO, president, financial chief officer,
Look,
secretary,
boss, right, boss, babe, all of that.
writer.
Of Soul Dope Entertainment, which is independent record label, R&B record
Yeah.
label out
Mhm.
of Ohio. You out of Columbus, Camille?
I'm in Columbus.
Oh my gosh, I ain't gonna hold that against you because you where that other school is.
Yeah.
Ugh,
You
that
know,
red and white school is.
sometimes we can come together. Okay.
Yeah, I still love you. I still love you. I still love you because you're just so talented. But I want to shout out Stacey again for tagging me in your video. But I love how, yes, claps for Stacey. I love how you, like me, provide a platform for those who should get the recognition they deserve. And your podcast, the Soul Dope Show, it is for indie. I love how you said it's for indie artists and indie culture.
Yeah.
Meaning, we'll welcome the big time celebrities, but this is for the folks,
Yeah.
those of us who are underrated.
Yeah.
So
At the root, at the core of it, yeah. That's what
okay,
it's for.
absolutely. So
Oh,
welcome
shit.
to the show, Soul Dope Entertainment. You launched that in 2011.
Yes.
So let's just jump into that because when we get to gossiping, this time gonna go quick.
Let me share this on my other page.
Okay, you doing it? Okay, she doing all that administrative stuff now. We sharing it, y'all, on the pages. So y'all can jump in here because this conversation
Yeah.
about to be
Okay.
juicy. Go ahead, share it. Because we about to be sometimes we be commenting on each other's statuses like, girl,
Yes.
listen
Okay, I'm ready.
here.
Shared.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Oh,
dope.
so dope. You like, where was I? I know as a mother, I need to be reminded too now. Like, what was I supposed
Listen,
to be
right before
doing?
I got
Shit.
on here, my 5-year-old had an emotional breakdown. Decided he was hungry, passed out before I gave him the food. So
Girl.
I got 5 minutes.
And it's like,
I'm done with it.
seriously. I, let's just take a break.
Took
A
a
deep
shot.
breath as a mother. Thank you. Listen. So you got how old is your daughter?
She is 15.
Ooh,
I have a 5-year-old son.
and the baby
Baby
is
is 8 months old today.
okay. Oh, bless you, mama. Bless you, bless you. Listen, it's the most rewarding and most frustrating damn
Yeah,
job. I swear, a child. So yeah, and we don't share so many things as mothers and artists and creatives. So get into it, Camille.
yeah.
How did Soul Dope Entertainment get started? Just give us the rundown.
I was working at Chase. I started working at Chase Bank when I was like 22, 23 or something. Ended up being there for like 10 years. But anyways, I was working there and decided that I wanted to be a singer. Like I wanted to really do it. I had already been songwriting for a long time. But I decided, yeah, I think I want to sing. But I don't just want to sing. I want to start an entertainment company and throw an event. I'm going to host an event. I'm going to book myself. I'm going to put this whole thing together, get some artists in here. Um, so that's what I did. And I've been doing that ever since. But I had a huge event with a whole bunch of artists. Really loved it. Like I like being able to provide that kind of opportunity. So Dope started and has been like a live production kind of multimedia thing. All of this time, that's what my primary focus was. Has been events, and then also I'm an artist, so that too. So just coupled it together.
And the showcases, you've been doing different
Yeah.
showcases. I love how you've um girl, bless you. And
Yeah.
just all the trials and tribulations that you went
Oh,
through with these damn showcases. If y'all
yeah.
don't be appreciative that somebody trying to put y'all ass on
You have
stage,
no idea the
I
behind the
cracked up that
scenes
one
work.
where you was like the artist was what was the issue? They was just giving you some issues with something, but I just so you were so how did talk about what are the nuts and bolts you did to get off and running to make yourself an official label? Because by the way, you are as a she's a history maker because to our knowledge, she's the only woman in Ohio who owns an independent label company,
Yeah,
record label.
yeah. To my knowledge, I don't know anyone else who does specifically like R&B is my jam. So that is what my label is going to be focused on, just R&B. Um, I know that there may be a couple of. I know along the way there was ones that did more hip hop stuff, but R&B, as far as I know, is just me.
I love it. I love it. So so how did that so how have things just kind of talk about what are some different milestones that have occurred for you as you as Soul Dope Entertainment has evolved. Like I said, you've had different showcases. We'll talk about Soul Sundays coming up.
Yeah,
Um, just what has that process been like? What are some things that have happened along the way? Just kind of give us a
yeah,
snapshot of your journey because this
um,
is going on.
yeah.
What is this is 2023, so you're going on 12 years in the game.
Yeah. So I always approached it. I think my approach was different because I am an artist. So it wasn't just somebody like I'm gonna be a promoter. I'm gonna put these artists on stage, blah blah, make this money because you're not going to actually make a lot of money doing like indie shows whatsoever. Um, so that first event was like, okay, I like this. Like I can make a thing out of this. By the time the event came, I had already registered my company name, had like tax stuff together, all of that. Like when I said I was going to start business, I went ahead and did everything. So the first event was a milestone. Really getting through that second and third one was like, okay, if I can do this a couple more times and see if I still like it, then I'm good. So I did like an all girl lineup show. Like the band was all female. The all the artists were female, rapper, singer, poets. At that time I was like really mixing it up. I did that one, big success. Then I did one with all guys. That was even bigger success. People were really like receptive to what I was doing. So I just kept going. So over the years, all of the various events, I can't even remember them all. Huge milestones for me as a business owner. Also getting involved in community, not in incorporating my art with community service. I think was a big deal and was important to me because I'm a very service oriented person. So I wanted to figure out how to connect the art and community, and started really doing that. I would say 2016. I threw a march, an anti-gun violence march. Sorry, I'm plugging up my laptop, so it's reality of
Totally
the
fine. Listen. We multitasking. Do what you need to do, boo.
yeah.
I
I'm like,
know
oh,
you. Listen, you know me.
what's
I be
happening?
fidgeting too, and you know I got
You know
ADHD.
how you
So
do
just
interviews and you're
do
like, oh, I gotta
it.
be like so polished and perfect, but
I, well, not with me, cause shit, we just do what we do. But listen, you know, you could be unfiltered and
I got
unapologetic
to
on here,
turn,
but I
I have
get
to
it.
fuck the thing up, you know. We can stay connected. All right. Where
There we
was
go.
I?
I heard your
Community
tone.
service. Community service. Yeah. So I did organize a march, anti-gun violence march. Um,
That was in Columbus.
that was in Columbus in
Mm.
2016. And like joined. We over the years have had plenty of protests for
How many
community.
showcases have you had, Camille? Would you say? Just a guesstimate. Wow,
In
wow number.
12 years, because I had an open mic that ran for like 4 years, and that was a monthly. I really, whoo,
Mm-hmm. Mm.
no idea. I don't even know.
Would you say 100?
Probably couple with the open mic because yeah, that's a monthly, and that went for years, and then the sprinkled events and random festivals and I did like live stream events with artists like that's what you do, how Lou Rawls used to do his telethon. I did something like that during the pandemic a couple times. Yeah,
Oh,
maybe. I'm
yeah.
about to sit down and count all look at all
Uh-huh, you should. You should.
the
Because you
various
could,
parties.
excuse me, you could do like a this is the 200th showcase or whatever,
Yeah.
maybe.
Even when I was doing when I do an event called Double Dutch and Brunch, that's just for black girls, women, aunties. I've had performers at that too, so I didn't even consider that counts.
Yeah.
A lot of artists have come across the Soul Dope stage over the years.
I love it. So how do you vet an artist that's correct? Because I know you probably get some zigaboos, as my mama call them. How do you decide? First of all, they need to have some talent because I know
Yeah,
none of
that
us
would
don't,
be
enough,
yeah,
because I'm
yeah.
the type I go to karaoke. I don't give a shit if I can sing. But I know some people be really serious about the shit. But I just love to
Yeah.
sing because the joy it brings me. But how do you vet artists for Soul Dope? Well, first let me ask this: Soul Dope Entertainment, the label. Are you
Hmm.
the only artist?
Right now, yes. So this
Okay.
is the launch year. I'm launching it with my project that I'm working on. So
Okay.
everything is technically sort of because I did all night, but it is the one to kick it all off. Yes. Um,
Well, okay, hold
So I
on.
have to vet myself, but vetting artists for events it depends on the show. An open mic, you vet no one; they come in the door and it's whatever.
Thank you.
Um, if it is, I don't know. I just pay a lot of attention because I'm a fan of independent artists and genuinely supportive of them. So I'm always like got my ear to the street to see what's going on out here, especially with R&B because I'm obsessed. So I kind of I go I if I see something or someone suggests someone, I go listen. I go and look at like their Instagram or Facebook or whatever, see how consistent they are in posting. Like if I have to search for what you have going on, I'm moving on to the next person to book the next person. I'm not
Right,
like
right,
I'm not gonna hunt to
right,
to
right.
a certain extent. Some people make it really hard to find their work. Like I don't get that. But I go look, and sometimes they're just so good. Like the music is so good, but their social might not be completely up to date. But I don't care because I want to hear them. So,
Right.
but that is a rare occasion. Usually, it's a combination of all the things, and personality matters to me too. Like the kind of stuff that they post, um, it matters. So
Okay,
that's
absolutely.
my vetting process. And then some events they can submit, and then I'll go check out what they got going on and see. So it depends on what I'm doing.
I love that. Okay. So, because I was when I was like, how does she find some of these people? I love it. I love it. So, for you, what is it like being label owner,
Mhm.
um, versus being an artist? First, what do you like more, being an artist or being? I mean, always being the bosses. People think
Mhm.
it ain't as fun as it's cracked up to be.
It's not.
So,
Um,
what are some things you like about being a label owner, and what are some things you like about being an artist?
Being a label owner, I am excited. It's something that I've always wanted to do. Like, but when I was starting So Dope, I knew that one day. that this was direction, I would be like, I want to be like Barry Gordy in a skirt. Like that's what I want to do. That was my whole thing. Like, one day I'm gonna have my own little Motown in Columbus because there's so much incredible talent here. But that was
Mhm.
always like the goal. So
Mhm.
I, in advance, am excited about the opportunity that I'm going to be able to provide to other artists as far as um, providing resources that they may not have access to get their projects out, to get their music out, and to help them develop as artists. Because I may not know everything, but I do know a lot of things as a fan and as someone who's watching. So I think that is what I'm going to be excited about, handling the business and letting people know that you can be supported, especially female
Mm.
artists.
Right.
But you can be supported without somebody trying to fill you up. Like it
Ooh,
doesn't really
child.
matter how much you
Mhm.
weigh, what you look like. I don't
Yeah.
really care about that. You can dress anything up or down, or like that doesn't matter. I'm looking for like somebody that touches me. So I don't know who
Mm.
the first artist is going to be, but I'm so excited to
Mhm.
like find who that person is and sign them as an artist. I love everything about it. I'm obsessed with music, with writing, with like um, what I'm going to do next, performing, all of it. It's just everything about it. I feel like it's so special and it's such a blessing to even have talent that people are like interested in or to get on a stage and let people just help people escape for a little bit. I think that is like,
Mhm. Because that's definitely what music does as an artist. Yeah.
yeah, just
Yes.
for an hour or whatever, however long the set is, you're just there to have a good time. It's fun to watch people have a good time, to
Mhm.
engage with you, all that. I could go on and on and on about that part of the connection. Like music is a ministry.
Mhm.
I
Mm.
take it very seriously.
Mm.
I take it very seriously, and I'm
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
I think
probably go on and on about that when I'm
yeah, we
performing.
I think we share that same passion, and that's why I sometimes get into these debates with people when they try to talk to me about the caliber of certain artists. I'm like, no, I'm not about to listen. I've been listening to music,
Hmm.
for so long,
Yeah,
and I've seen the progression of it.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
it's definitely some, new day, present day artists who have some merit, but
yeah,
uh, and I think it's hard for us to not get in this elitist frame of mind because we know, of course, it's not going to be the same as it
yeah.
was. But when you are used to people who the musicianship is just on a
Mhm.
superior level,
Yeah.
and when you are serious about it, like okay, for example, some more the comedian, I
Mhm.
love her, right?
Yeah.
But she made this joke about how the city girls they ain't nothing but salt and pepper without draws. And we might think that's funny, but I was like, "Oh, no." And people's on Instagram cracking up, and I was like, "No, it's not funny
Yeah.
to me." Because, hey, city girls, y'all doing y'all thing. I'm not
Yeah.
mad at it. However, ain't no way in hell y'all touching Salt and Pepper. The
No,
lyrical cadence and
no.
skill. Now, they
I
did they did talk about some of the same
but it
stuff,
doesn't
sex
even
and men and empowerment. I get it, but y'all not on the level. I
it
was like,
doesn't
"Don't
yeah,
disrespect
no.
the pioneers like that." Like,
It doesn't even
don't.
make a there's no connection between anything about them that would make that make sense. I know it's a joke, I get it.
I know, and I know some more. I love
But
her, by the way. No distance, some more. But
yeah,
I was
no,
like,
no, no.
nah, I can't roll
I'm
with
like
that
it's a
one,
joke, but it yeah, the I would never even put them in the same conversation.
girl.
And no
No,
and not and with no shade, but that doesn't make like apples and
like,
oranges.
okay, more like apples and mangoes to me. I'm like, just no. But
Yeah,
see, that's when you are serious because, like I said, as someone who's written music reviews, someone who, grew up in the church, who takes music seriously.
yeah,
Um, and I get it how it's room for everybody
yeah.
out here. I totally get that. Uh, but I love how the one quote you also said, or when you said, "Y'all better give Usher his flowers. Y'all better give us." Ain't no way in hell he is.
I went
Listen,
on a whole rant about
and
that. Like,
and just
come
like I
on
had to tell
now.
people, I love me some Chris Brown, but he is not.
Let's
He
right
might
down
be
the
his generation's Michael Jackson, but listen, he got
Usher's been here
listen,
for a long time, and he is. in Vegas killing it. Everybody can't do that. And he
Exactly.
could go on tour tomorrow and that thing's on sale. He's still the best concert I've ever been to. That was,
Mm.
I don't know, 15, 16 years ago, somewhere before I have a daughter, somewhere around there. So,
Okay, so yeah, let's
yeah,
go on. Let me expand on that. He's the best concert you've been to for a male artist. What's the
yeah.
best concert you've been to for a female artist?
Oh, that's a good
Let's get into that.
female concert that had me like, wow. Oh gosh, I don't know. I have surprisingly not been to a whole lot of concerts. Most of the concerts I've been to have been guys. I have to think about that. I'm gonna keep it in my mind. When it pops
Okay.
in my head, I'll come back to it.
Because for me, I'm gonna say Jill Scott.
I haven't seen Jill yet, which
As
is crazy.
oh my God.
I know. I
Her
know.
voice is
I know.
I don't even know how to describe it. And I love how when I go see people live and they don't sound the same as the album.
Yeah,
Those are the artists where you know that is a real fucking artist right there
she is.
who they're not singing a song exactly like the album.
Yeah.
And it was this one part where Jill just did these scales
Hmm.
and her voice was like it's like some type of animal or something. It was like some type of
That's
I can't
crazy.
even describe it. I was mesmerized. Like
Lettucey's like that too. Those two.
yes, just yes.
Their
Shout out both of
voices,
them, my
like
fellow Aries, by the way.
their whole aura.
Just makes you just want to give her your first and
Yeah,
second born. Like, listen here, listen, just take them. Just
yeah. Oh,
ooh.
I
So
like
okay, so do you play
that.
instruments, Camille?
I do not, surprisingly.
No.
I've been trying to
But
learn piano multiple times. I get to Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and I be like real hype, like, oh shit, I'm playing Twinkle Twinkle. I learn how to move my fingers, and then I will stop. So consistency.
okay, so
I get too hype, then I start doing something else. Like I'll come back to it, and then it's 2 years later. Like, girl, just sit down and do the thing. Did the same thing with guitar. So yeah,
okay, so no instruments, but you do write your
yeah,
music.
I write
Do
everything.
you arrange it? Do you
I do
have is there a certain producer you work with?
all. I've worked with different producers. Right now, my main producer is in Cincinnati. Shout out to Hucky Bear Prescott Johnson. That's not his real name, but that's his producer name. So I'm gonna just say it.
That's funny.
He
That's
produced
funny.
everything. He produced most of what's coming on the album that I'm working on. So yeah, he's like my Rodney Jerkins right now.
Oh.
Yeah, which is good because
Yes.
she like
It's
to
like
kill.
Rodney Jerkins around
Yeah,
Angel in Disguise days.
yeah, and then all that like how that
Yes.
all went together as a
Yeah.
project, like it
Because
makes
him
sense.
and Brandy was I think that was
Yeah,
just like
they
one
had
of the
magic. They
yeah,
had,
they were that
hmm
fusion was like,
when yeah, it's hard to find that. And then I can pretty much write to anybody's like production, but we are friends anyway, so we get each other. And when he sends me things, they like, okay, this will be perfect. That goes like the next part in the story of what everything is. Like, there's more songs to come that's going to make it all like tie together. That's why I like working with him in particular, but more so like having more of one producer on a project.
okay. Okay, and we are going to get into your latest single, Everything, in a
Okay.
little bit because you did have the EP that came out in 2016, No Filter. I wrote these songs for your boyfriend. Oh
These songs
shit!
about your boyfriend. That
Oh
is
my god, was that like your Summer Walker album or some
it
shit?
was like at that time was like during my kind of like lap dance era. Like I was very free on stage or whatever.
Did you say lap
The
dance
songs
era?
the songs were like a little spicier. I mean I still got some spice coming. But I was single, I was having a good time. So everybody's girlfriend thought that I like wanted their dude. I was constantly like getting deleted by male friends who I've been friends for years. Like my girl said, I had to delete you. Like
Oh
I don't
shit!
want you.
Right.
It was really like just me being a smart ass, and it was supposed to just be no filter, and then I added the I really so it was petty.
Oh
It was
shit!
very successful. People still sing the song.
That shit was hilarious. I was like,
Oh
is this?
yes. My best friend still talks trash. Like, I can't believe you didn't get beat up. I'm like, girl, you ain't gonna beat me up.
That shit was hilarious. I love it. I love it. So that your only EP? That's because I was
No,
looking like, do you have any other albums or?
demo tape was after that.
Mm.
And then 8 was my last project in 2019. I released 8. A friend of mine passed. He was a producer, and I
Mm.
found a whole bunch of tracks that he had emailed me that I didn't even know that he sent me.
Oh
So I
wow.
just recorded a whole project to mostly the tracks that he sent me as a tribute to him. So that was 8.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, well, rest in peace to him.
Yeah.
Okay, and so this new project that
Mhm.
is going to have everything on it. Let's
Yes.
talk about that. We got a title yet?
Okay. No. I'm
No.
working one out in my head.
Okay. Do we have a release date yet?
It was going to be summer, but all the things that have happened, like with the we ain't talk about Soul Sundays and all that yet. I'm thinking fall, late
Okay.
fall. Yeah,
Okay. That's cool. That's cool.
yeah.
Okay. So how many songs we have everything? How many songs do you have
The
done?
whole thing is written.
Okay.
The whole thing I've recorded like reference tracks to already. So I'm
Reference
like in the
tracks.
process. A reference track is when like I like to record as I'm writing. So I might not write down any lyrics at all. I'm just pulling up my recording software and singing and recording it as
Mm.
I go, and then putting everything so when I'm ready to do it for real, it's already there. And I go like, okay, well, what's my alto part? Let's do it, and then I do it for real. So that's a reference track. A reference
Okay, you
track.
just fill it in. It's like a
Yeah,
little
I'll
outline and you
re-record
fill it in.
every single one, but I have my like I'll pull it up while I'm in the studio. Like, what did I do on that part? Okay, and then I'll do it like for real on the one that you guys would hear. Kind of like
Mm.
a demo of my own songs, which
I
is
love it.
whatever.
Okay, okay. So do
Yeah.
you write the song first or do you hear the music first?
I usually it could be a combination of things. Like I keep voice notes on my phone, and sometimes I'll just wake up like out of nowhere and I'll hear something and I'll just record it before I forget it.
Mhm.
I'll dream songs, literally dream them and hop up like I don't want to forget and record it on my phone. So sometimes it's pieces
Mm.
of that, but usually it'll be if my producer sends me some stuff, some ideas he's having, and I'll listen to them, and then within like a second, like oh, I'll start humming, and then I'll just add words later. Or
Mm.
yeah, that's my process. It's
Mhm.
kind of I work backwards, I guess.
No, no, I mean, everybody has their process.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody has their process. So
I'm here to be like, this feels like a breakup song. This feels like this is nasty. I like this. Like,
I definitely like the sensuality,
yeah,
by the way.
I have some good ones
I
coming.
definitely you know, you put
Yeah,
me in the mood, you know, a lot of times. You see I wore my t-shirt today
it's so
too.
weird.
So I was
I've had
like,
friends like, yeah, I was with my girl and we played your songs. I feel like, yeah, that's so weird. But
listen, you inspiring folks.
if
That's
you
what
never
it's
heard
supposed to do.
piano, yeah.
I love that. So let before we go into everything,
Mhm.
what tell talk about the premise of everything, how that came together. It that sound like a nigga got on my nerves song, like you took advantage of me and you was on some bullshit. That's what that song. That's the
Everything.
energy I'm getting from that.
Yeah, everything was one I wrote in the middle of the night, like holding my. Well, he's 5 now, but he was. I wrote that song 2 years ago, and I was like, I'm gonna write. As soon as I heard the track, I heard like the chorus part. Boy, I gave you everything. So I wrote the first verse. That was generally like you meet somebody and everything's perfect. Like you're together all the time. You have no complaints. So I was like, cool. Then I thought, kind of want to give it a little bit of a twist. Like, which when you hear the second verse, when people are like, what? What do you mean? Like, what happened? Did this really happen? Which I think it's fun not to answer that question and let people figure out if it did or if it didn't. Um, but it was really storytelling because
Was it about your baby daddy? Was
no,
your son's father? Okay, no, okay, all right.
no, and he's weird. He's a good guy.
Okay.
He's doing a great job. Um,
Okay, all right. Shout out to baby daddy. No disrespect. All right. Okay.
No, but I've been through that many times being with people who
Mhm.
I thought were like, oh, this dude is like so wonderful. And then they're not.
He turns out to be
After they
trash, right?
they
Like,
trying to be trying to
damn
you
it.
start finding out stuff like that. Like I really was really invested, you know,
Yeah,
in and I wish I hadn't have been invested. I wish I was in the streets.
right. Cause
I
yeah, cause
was
I
under
was
you.
cooking Wagyu steak for you when it should have been flank steak.
I was frying
Shit.
chicken at 3 in the morning, and I shouldn't have fried you nothing. So yeah, that's what
It's,
everything is about. That was my thought process. I'm very big on storytelling in my writing.
mm-hmm.
A lot of lyrics I think are just super generic and watered down filler stuff, and there's not as much storytelling. Like when you hear the
Mm-hmm.
song, you can really see the whole thing play out. And that's the stuff I'm trying to. I've always done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's where I was in my head with that. Tell a
I
story.
love it. Yeah, exactly, exactly. I love that. And I recognize that as well. I love it because we love some of the same TV shows and the same and
Yeah,
same stuff. We were like, girl, this
yeah.
shit. Like, so I really identify with a lot um of things that you've said in a lot of the music. So let's get into everything. This is from the upcoming.
The
Is it
upcoming
gonna be an album or
album,
EP? Is it gonna
it's
be
gonna be
a
an album. It'll have
Okay,
multiple
we doing full throttle this time.
titles.
It'll be on Soul Dope Entertainment,
It's So
right?
Dope Records is the
Soul
way.
Dope Records.
Yes, So
Okay.
Dope Records.
Entertainment is where you do the showcases
Yeah,
under, right?
entertainment is like everything, and then
Okay.
records will be like a branch of So Dope Entertainment.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into everything. Let's listen to everything.
Oh, I thought I'd finally found the one. We were inseparable. We changed each other's world. You never gave me a reason to doubt you, and I was convinced that our love was true. I thought you were different. I was wrong. Damn. I thought you were different. I thought you were different from these other guys. I thought you were different. But all you did was come and tell me lies. I thought you were different. Whole time you were leading a double lie. I thought you were different. I was wrong. Imagine my surprise when I met your wife. She showed up at my door, just a little past 4. She said you're married in another state, relocated then separated, with tears streaming down her face. She asked me to walk away. I thought you were different. I thought that you cared for me, thought you cared for me. Oh, you were leading a double lie. I thought you were different.
Oof. Cha. Oof. Ooh. See, them sound like them type. That sound like a song you would play in one of the movies where you find out the nigga cheating and then
Mhm.
you busting out his tire. It's time busting
Yeah.
out the windows and
Yeah.
now it's time to
His
get the
wife
revenge.
showed up at your door at 4.
Listen, somebody, you need to what is it? License that song for a
Mhm.
movie. We gonna claim
Yeah.
everything.
Yes.
I could totally see it on like a Tubi movie or one of them movies,
Yes.
one of them BET plus. Uh,
Any
so
other
wait,
show.
I,
Put
I
on
love it. So
yeah.
Camille, who that last note gave me chills. I was like,
Oh,
okay. I love it. I love it. And that's definitely you let me give you your flowers. You have an absolute gift.
thank you so much.
Your voice is beautiful. It's just who do you pattern? Because you remind me of like a Phyllis Hyman type Jaguar Wright. You give me not crazy like Jaguar Wright, but just the not
Ideas.
pandemic Jaguar Wright, y'all.
Whew,
Um,
okay, yeah.
but the vocals is just like woo.
Coming up, I was listening like when I was like a teenager and was like, I'm gonna be a singer. I was listening to all bad boy stuff like Faith, Carl Thomas, incest, like obsessed. Um, I listened to so much because I grew up in church, so I was singing. So that's the like I learned
Did you
that
say Millie
there.
Jackson? Yep.
No, I,
Joe's my engineer said he
I
hears some Millie Jackson in there.
you
Yes.
look to my nasty stuff. He really gonna believe that. Um, I don't know. Like I grew up Faith, Aretha, like Regina Bell, and
Regina
Vesta,
Bell.
Phyllis, and like I grew up listening to big voices and being in church singing since like 4. They
Mm.
were like, "Here's a microphone." Um, I just kind of Kelly Price and like this is what
Mm.
I'm hearing, and as I'm like, okay, and then mimicking them, I'm like, oh, I can actually sing this stuff. Like, oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm in India Irie and all of these, and then
Yes.
Jill happened when I was like going to college. Um, so I'm like a smorgasbord of all these people. Selena Johnson, if
Oh,
she's
yes. Who's
I
also
think
from Ohio, I believe, right? Selena
I,
Johnson. Is she from? Is she from?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Like, we're
Y'all,
going to
somebody,
Google
we're
that.
going to Google that right quick. We're going to Google that right
Selena,
quick,
Moses. I listen to so many people, a lot of women, a lot of men, a lot of Luther. Daddy was like playing Luther like
baby.
crazy. Um, so it's just anything soulful I was absorbing, and I still do. Like I'll get on YouTube and watch Teddy Pendergrass for like ever for no reason
Listen.
because it's not really one person for me. It's all of these people.
Right. So, who will be some dream collab for you, dead or alive?
Gosh, D'Angelo,
Oh my God.
like lock me in the
Oh
studio
my
with
God.
D'Angelo.
Where he at? Where he at? D'Angelo, where you at?
Lock me in the
Somebody
studio
put
with
APB out on for D'Angelo. Yes, D'Angelo.
um,
Okay.
BJ the Chicago Kid
Ooh, I
is like
love him.
top of my list.
Yes, Jesus.
I don't know. Those are like my top ones. This dude Jack Ross that I just like. You
Uh-huh.
have you heard? If you
He
haven't,
white guy?
no,
No,
he's
no, no,
black.
he's black. He's black
He,
guy. I have heard of him
he's
though.
new.
Well, I was thinking of Jack Harlow. My bad.
You if
Oh
you
no, she's from Illinois. Okay, Selena Johnson is from Illinois, y'all. Okay.
okay,
So in
close
that
enough.
Midwestern
Midwest,
area, Midwest.
Midwest.
Okay.
So
Okay. Thank
you
you,
gotta
Joe.
go hear this Jack Ross guy. Like he
Mhm.
shot to like what? Where did he come from? And why are we in the studio right now?
Mhm. I think
My
I saw him on BET. Does he have a video? I think I saw him
he's
on BET.
bald and chocolatey, and he's doing.
Chocolatey.
I'm a
I love it. I love you. You didn't just say chocolate. You said chocolatey.
chocolatey, like chocolatey and
So okay. So
magical.
D'Angelo, Jack Ross,
DJ, Jasmine
BJ,
Sullivan,
BJ. I mean, sorry, BJ, this Chicago kid. Who?
Jasmine Sullivan.
Girl.
I think we would have a good alto time together. Like,
I did, wait a minute. Joe said he would have her baby. Listen, Jasmine
we're just
Sullivan, which is
exciting.
another
I
of
don't
my.
know, just something magical. I think would happen.
She's another one of my Aries. So
I
Jasmine. I
just like
gotta.
all the Aries girls,
I
apparently.
love and since you was
I'm
Sagittarius,
sad,
right?
yeah.
So we fire signs. Jasmine, I love, and Joe's a Leo, so we just got fire all up in here. Um, Jasmine, I got a girl crush on her. She's one of them people like I would like.
Yeah.
I love her. Um, and shout out to the way to Beth, Detroit's own Beth, who I
Yes,
was listening to
yes.
y'all interview.
Wonderful interview.
I
I had a
love
good time
her.
talking to her. Just
Yes,
fine.
which by the way is another Leo, Joe. But shout out to Beth Griffith Manley. Um, but who would you if you let me tell you that cover of Naked. Shout out to Lizzo, by the way.
I'm also Lizzo, but I did steal her song and made it my song.
Listen,
It's my
I
song now.
was like, I said, "Camille, is this Naked?" I said, "Oh, she
It's my
doing
song
Naked."
now. It's my
Oh, that's what I want to ask you. If you did an album of covers, what are some songs that would be included on there? What are some classics you would? Because
um
when you did Naked, I said she should do an album of covers. Because I
yeah,
know you've done other covers too, but like you said, you put
yeah,
your twist on it.
yeah,
And that's the type of artist you are too. You don't just sing it the way the original artist does. You put it
yeah.
because it took me a little while to figure out that was Naked. I was like, "Oh, is that Naked? Oh my god!"
Yeah, you hear like people in the audience was like, "Oh,
That was me too. Like, oh. So,
yeah."
if you had an
So
album
good.
of covers, Camille?
Uh-huh.
What would be on there?
Definitely that one.
Yeah, yeah. I
I
didn't want to tell you what to do, but yeah, that
that would be.
that need
I
to be
would
on there.
do. I would do something Phyllis Hyman. I would do. I really like '80s R&B. For I'm like really
So
into
some
that.
Anita.
So yeah, something Anita.
Ooh.
Um, Maybe a Karen White. Um, Karen White is
Ooh,
fun. Like she has some good stuff.
baby.
Yeah. Um. Oh man, because I've sang so many covers. There's
What?
a Bilal cover. When will you call? I would sing that.
Ooh.
I
Mm.
love singing that song. Oh, there's a lot. Like,
Mm. What about some oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it just flew out of my mind. Oh my
oh,
gosh, and it was a Sherelle. You know who I used to love?
Sherelle. Yep,
Sherelle
I have a Sherelle
and
list right now that someone
with
suggested.
you said what?
So I have a Sherelle song on my list now that someone suggested. Like, oh,
Yeah,
my
see? That's what I'm
God.
saying. I'm that vein.
Yeah,
We in that vein. We are
yeah.
in that vein.
I like that I can do like I can go back and do an Aretha, but I would like to do if I did a cover album, it would be like unusual B side like stuff that people wouldn't necessarily or people may have forgotten about.
Okay, that wasn't necessarily a top 10
Yeah,
hit, but because you know what I find a lot of times on albums, I tend to like a lot of the songs on the album more than I do the radio releases.
yep. I'm a B side girl, like
I
all
am totally like that. I'm the person who that was on the other side of the tape at the end of the tape, or
hmm.
I'm dating myself.
It's okay.
Or the end of the CD. It was like the postlude of the CD that
Yeah,
nobody was paying attention to. Like that's stuff that I like. That I usually
yeah.
find I like that song more than what they played on the radio.
There's
Like a lot of Jill Scott stuff, I like what's on the album more so than what they put on the radio.
there's some Carl Thomas songs that were on emotional.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to sing that.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be very random, but they would be like, "Oh, okay," and then I would just do what I did with Naked. Now, when I heard that song, I was like, "I'm singing this song. I don't know when, but it's gonna happen."
Mm-hmm.
I finally had a chance to do it, and it went really well.
Yes, it did. I need to hear I need to hear more than that 20 seconds. So I don't know if you can send me
Yeah,
a
I got
little bit more. Okay, thank you. Because I was like, "Ooh, I need to hear." So let's talk a little bit about, and I know when we got to wrap up. Oh, damn.
the.
We got about 10 more minutes.
Come back after the
But
album is out.
I know we got no, yeah, you are. I'm glad you know that you're coming back. Good, good.
Yeah.
When the album is dropping, you can
So,
come back. Definitely. Friend of the show now. Because I'm an Aries. When I love you, I'm attached to you, and we riding
yeah,
it out for a
me and
while.
Aries.
So
Well, there was once there's an Aries guy. I'm not. I can tell you about that story.
you tell me later. We tell me
Or
later.
get trouble.
I know he was. I know it was because I know we crazy in a good way. We cray in a good way. So talk
Sometimes
a little. I know we can be a little over the top, but overall we mean well.
it's
What
us.
what is it like for you being a mompreneur?
Insane. I'm so tired. So
Because of maybe 8 months.
I always like look at my bed like I want to face plant in this thing because I am
Did you say face play?
Face plant, like just
Right, right,
keeping me
right.
in. I'm just so tired. He's 8 months, but he and my 5-year-old are home with me during the day.
Ooh.
So I am emailing snack time, emailing. I've been breastfeeding only.
Oh, God bless you.
I pump sometimes. He act like he don't want to take a bottle. So I
Mm.
might be booking artists with baby on my boob. Like it's
Girl.
crazy. Going from one kid to two was like, okay, cool. They had a 10-year gap. Going from the two to the three, it's not the same. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know how I'm doing any of this. I haven't slept more than 5. I slept 5 hours straight one time in the last year, over a year,
Oh, wow.
but I'm making it happen.
You are, you are, you are, you are. And I just admire, um, and she's one of my Mama Matters members, y'all. So that's listen, as
Crazy.
a mama, and even now I don't sleep the same. Even though both my kids are older,
Yeah,
like Dylan is
all
12,
changes.
Sydney is 19, I still wake up in the middle of the night. Like I
Yeah.
be hearing phantom mama cries or some shit. Sometimes I be here, I'm like waking up like, wait a minute, no, ain't nobody
It's,
calling me, but I'm
it's nuts. And I had this baby at 40. Like,
up. It's a whole different thing
it's
having a baby in your
completely
30s than it
different.
is. Yeah.
Like I had her at 24, then I had my son at 36, and I was like, it's a little late, but okay, we're gonna work this out. And then boom, here I am. Here I am again with the daycare. Like, so I'm at the kitchen table, I'm working it out, I'm doing the
Okay.
things
Oh, that's what it was.
and
Thank.
making it work.
Yeah, that's what we do as mamas. That's
Yeah,
what we do.
make the
So I
best
want, yeah.
of it.
So for you, I want to get, who are some of the newer artists that you like? Well, who are some new artists or independent artists you want to shout out?
Okay. Again with this Jack Ross guy, I really like
Mm,
him. I
okay.
like Chloe. I like Chloe a lot. I think I like
Oh yeah,
Chloe.
yeah. Okay, Bailey. Okay.
Yeah, Chloe Bailey. I like Chloe Bailey even more so because people are so mean about her. So that makes me
Mm,
want to support her more, particularly women. Really say really trash things about this young lady. Like, can she find herself? Can we give her
right.
time to evolve and
Right.
maybe decide she want to wear blazers? Right now, she don't want to wear blazers. Like,
Exactly.
she sounds
And
amazing.
I have no issue with women being sexually liberated or whatever, or just
It's not me.
being a people. We
No,
are
it's
fucking
happening.
human beings. It's
we
nothing
are
wrong with that.
we are complete people. We are
And
sexual.
she actually can sing. That's
And
what makes it good.
she's like 20. Like, let the girl like figure herself out. Maybe
Right.
once she's 40, she still be naked. But
It,
that's her business.
exactly.
And she look good. So, but
Okay, that
I'm
booty.
really
Listen.
rooting for Chloe. I listen to Alex Isley a lot.
Yes. Who, by the way, is Ernie Isley's daughter? Yes, yes, yes.
Phenomenal. There's this chick named Susan Carroll who is like, what kind of voice? It was like one of those rare times where you hear a voice that you never heard, and then you just where's all of their
What's her
stuff?
name again?
Susan Carroll.
Susan Carroll. Okay.
Yes, just go to IG, and
Okay,
you
I'll
will
be
never you're in there. Once you get in there, you're
okay.
in there. Like,
Mm-hmm.
her voice is like buttery,
Oh
like
my God.
alto buttery. Like, oh my gosh, those are getting my like top rotations right now. Locally, I don't even really like to say locally because I feel like you can live anywhere and people all over the world listen to you. So are you really local or do you just live here?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like, um, oh, there's too many to list. I have a whole
Mm-hmm.
playlist of people who I actually know because of my work in booking people. I get to find all these people, and it's like it's really dope. Um, Plenty of people. I have talented friends.
Mhm. I love it. I love it. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna check out some of these people. So I want to know from your perspective, Camille, what are your top 5 R&B albums?
Oh shit.
Uh, And we can.
Okay.
I was like, we gonna close it out with that. I
Okay.
know what some of my
I know
and for
those.
me, it depends on my mood a lot of times.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna list them because you can never really. I'm gonna give my top 5 that I've listened to like a crazy person over the years and will still bang them like they just came out. Okay. Carl Thomas, Emotional. Tidra Moses, Complex Simplicity.
mm,
A. Marie, All I Have. Um, Confessions, of course. Is that 4?
Yep, that's 4. Yep.
Okay. Oh my gosh, what else? Oh,
Carl
John
Thomas.
Legend, Get Lifted.
Ooh, that first John Legend.
Perfection.
Yes.
Like all of these from start to
That
finish, you can listen to
yeah.
them.
Oh, what was that last song? He was like, "We'll go the place I'll never go, and
Oh,
the other way." Ooh, you know what I'm talking about? He talking about
it's
um,
amazing. Oh, it's
so
lovely.
high, town cloud number
So
9.
high, walking
Yes, so
by
high, so high. That's the yes.
yeah, cloud
Sorry
nine.
if we butchered it. I butchered
We
it. I'm
did.
sorry.
I
I
mean,
butchered it, but
Snoop
I was
Dogg
trying
was
to
on
catch the rhythm.
there, and then his family was on there singing about their family. Like it was a good complete
Yeah.
project. Even how it started with the dun, 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 dun,
Dun
dun,
dun 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 dun. Hey.
dun.
Yes. Yeah. Dun dun dun
And
dun
the person's from
dun
like 40 minutes from me,
dun
so I
dun
got to
dun
rock
dun.
with a high
Yes.
low like native who has
Yes.
gone on to. I was there when Kanye brought John Legend here when nobody knew who John Legend was. He opened
Baby.
for him, and then like 2 months later, like Ordinary People came out, and that was it.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
album. That was another one where Ordinary People was cool to me, but like you said, that get lifted.
yeah.
ah, Um.
The whole production, everything on that album.
And the
Is
other
really-
song where he was like, yes, yes, she don't. That's the one I was about
yes,
to
that's
go to. She
my
be like,
favorite. It's crazy.
oh, when
It's
dun,
so
dun, dun,
wrong.
dun, baby,
It's so wrong, but it's so good. Such a good
baby,
song.
that
Listen to that.
baby, that's one of them songs. I'm
You
like,
don't have to
I like that.
know.
No, she don't have to
Yes.
know.
That's
Listen,
storytelling because I saw them go to DC, hold hands publicly. Like,
baby,
something clear.
listen. That
Those are
and
my
for
top
me,
5 off my head.
listen.
Yeah.
That and listen, that around that early 2000s, that's when it was still a little,
Yeah.
it was still a little crisp. The R&B
Yeah.
was still a,
We got D'Angelo,
yeah,
we got NDI Reed, we got Jill, we got music,
baby.
we
Music, right.
got Bilal's First Born Second came out.
Baby.
I was in college, like, what is,
Avery Sunshine is
oh
another
my God,
one.
there's so much music happening.
Yes.
Renee dropped that like between 98 and 2001.
Hmm.
Early 2000s is my favorite. I know people love 90s R&B, and there some people are stuck there, but for me, formative years is early 2000s, like Room 112.
Don't go there with that room 112. Don't do it.
That's
Listen, and Jagged Edge.
five
Jagged Edge. What
point
listen.
A because
Drew
I want to
Hill.
that. Yeah, all of that.
All of that time. Ooh, Jesus.
That's when I
Um,
was like, I want to do that. I'm going to do that one day.
and see,
And
that's probably why it's hard for me to get into certain artists. Like my daughter, she likes Brent Fayez, and some stuff
my daughter loves him,
I
and I
be
was
like, he is so fucking depressing though. But he has a great voice.
like,
He just be depressing me though. I like, oh my God.
I
But
try. I'm like, okay, I'll listen with you, and I'm like,
I'm trying. We're trying. And I be trying not to be a snob. No, I don't. I don't give a fuck. I do be a snob. I am a music snob. I am. Like I am a grammar snob. I'm a music snob too. People be like, no, I don't like it. It's trash.
I
But
like what
and
I'm
then
like.
I'm not calling Brent Fayez trash, but just certain stuff is like, ooh,
It's just not for me. That's
yeah.
what I say to her. I be like, I'm not saying it's whack. I'm saying for my
Mm.
particular ear, I can't. It's not doing anything for me.
Listen.
And I,
Listen. Listen.
this is
So, woo,
we
child.
could go on forever.
You said what?
I said we could go on forever.
Yeah, we can. We can. That's why I said, we got to wrap it up because we coming up on this
Okay.
hour here. But I know we actually we got like 5 minutes because we started a
Okay.
little late, so we could go a little bit more. So let's finish up with let's get a little dirty.
Okay.
I and let's put a disclaimer, baby daddy, don't get mad. Please, boo boo boo, don't get mad. Who would you? And I'm gonna let you pick.
Okay.
People said I'm supposed to pick the people, but I prefer to let people pick. Who would you marry, fucking kill?
Oh man. Okay. Just randomly anybody.
You can pick it. People said you're supposed to play the game. I'm supposed to give you the people, but nope. I want you to pick it. You pick your own people. Who would you marry, fuck or kill?
I'm going to marry. Oh shit! Does it have to be artists?
No, it can be just a knowable person though, like a person that the general public would know, or
I'm gonna marry Idris.
mm.
He seemed like he would be a good time as a husband. Like he
He is
fun,
a
he
DJ.
fine, but
He is a DJ though.
he a
He
DJ.
does DJ.
And he fun, and he be going to stuff, and he look like he's having a good time at
Yeah,
life.
and
I
he's a
like
DJ,
that.
so that might work musically. Yep.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he can talk in that accent.
And
Um,
girl.
and I don't have to have no more babies because he's not into that. Okay. I'm going to kill. That's so mean. Man, I'm soft.
It's just figurative. These just jokes, baby. These just
I
jokes.
know, I know. Oh, shit. I'm going to kill Givian, so I don't have to hear that because I don't like it.
Girl.
I'm sorry.
You know what, girl?
I give that way too much thought.
Listen, stick the needle in my arm now. He make me want to like do a heroin overdose. I'm like, oh my God, I can't. Yes, okay. So we marrying Idris. We gonna kill Giveon. Who you fucking?
I'm gonna go with the new dude. Cause you gonna see when you see
Jack Ross.
Jack Ross. Yeah, we're gonna do it in the studio or something.
Oh.
Not for real. In real life, if I ever end up in the studio with him,
listen, because I'm gonna be in your inbox like, oh, did I see you in the studio?
Because the way that the trajectory of my career is going, we could end up in the studio together.
Absolutely.
But yeah, from what I had seen and when I was listening to it, I got a little like, ooh, and that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to look him up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So is he like giving Tyrese vibes as far as chocolatey? No.
He's giving like maybe you went to high school with him and he's still fine.
Or
he
got
also sings like Donny Hathaway.
Ooh.
Wait till you hear his voice. I'm so serious. I couldn't believe it. Like, where did he come from?
Donny Hathaway?
Yeah, like that kind of like earthy, like he really feels this stuff. He is soulful and doing on his IG mostly covers, but he dropped an original.
Okay, young, gifted, and black.
Yeah, and he's wearing a little beanie, scarlet beanie thing. Okay. So he's got the Marvin Gaye kind of. I've studied this person. Like, you know what? I like everything that's happening here.
I love it. You like this is good. The look, the sound, everything.
Like you went to high school and then he like remember your mom and then he come to dinner because he your brother's friend and you're like, oh.
I love that storytelling. You get the whole scenario in your mind. I love how that's how I be doing it too. I done put the whole story in my mind.
Yeah, let me stop for he gonna come in here like.
No, baby. I put the disclaimer out there.
He knows celebrity crushes, like yeah. So whatever, and I got a new one.
I'm not mad at it. And Ben knows, because y'all know I'm married, and Ben knows I be having we both have our celebrity fantasies and be talking shit. I'm like, listen, because I told him one time, I was like, if I ever met Chris Brown. But no, I would try to keep it professional. But I would be like them fans of the pictures he was charging people $1,000 for. Girl, that's my boo. Still, I love him with a little crazy self.
I feel like the people who people don't be like knowing about or liking. So that's probably what that really is.
Yeah. But. And you know who another artist I like? I was gonna say is Mahalia is one. And her name is Baby Rose, I want to say.
Yeah, her voice is really weird, and I really like it.
Exactly.
I was like, you're either gonna like her voice or you're gonna hate it.
I love it. I love it. Now, the weird I don't like is like The Weeknd. He's weird I don't like. I can't get with The Weeknd. But that's what I'm saying. I love weird. So Baby Rose is a voice I love. So we gotta wrap it up, child, because we be on here all
I love Ari Lennox. I'm into her.
Yes.
As far as new albums, like last 5-10 years albums, up there for me with Secret Table. Like that, she gave a straight ass R&B, and I appreciate that so much.
You been talking about sitting at the table?
That one, but Ari Lennox's new album.
Okay, yep, okay. Now, right quick, and we're gonna wrap it up. What do you think about SZA's new album? People are telling me that it's a little too much pop for them.
It's a lot going on. I just went to her concert. I took my daughter. I didn't hate it. And she was pretty. And what did Aretha say? Beautiful gowns. Beautiful gowns. There's songs I like. She got a song with LDB like that I really like. Some other stuff I really like as well. But with her, I can't always understand the words she's saying. So
Okay.
I don't know. I probably like it. I don't know because I don't feel like looking up the lyrics. So
Right, right. Right, right. I love it. Well, Camille, I enjoyed you. Where can people find you? Just give us a rundown right quick, your spiel. Talk about what you got going on. Soul Sundays is coming up. You gonna be performing all of that. Let's give all of that.
So I am starting April 2nd going to be hosting an event called Soul Sundays at Natalie's Grandview in the Music Hall. It looks amazing. Kind of looks like New York Undercover when they used to have the live shows. That's
This
the
is in
vibe.
Columbus. This
That's
is
in Columbus.
okay.
It is going to be live R&B soul every first Sunday. So nataliesgrandview.com if you're interested in future shows. To find me, Camille, Qamil, so dope, at Camille So Dope on everything. If you're interested in anything I got going on, you can find that. Find me on IG, find me on Facebook, and I post all the time. So you will not have to search for what's going down over here.
Hint, 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 hint. Right,
Pop
right.
shop.
Because people will be emailing me, like I want you to check out my new single, and like you said, I go on your page, and I don't even know what the hell you do. Like that's like rule number
Least
one.
favorite part
People
of
should know. People
yeah,
should know when they come on your page
yeah.
what you are about and who you are.
We could do
So
a whole how to have your shit together like segment because people don't.
that should be a master class you can
Artist
teach.
development. Like, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
yeah.
we gonna put that in the
Workshop
the
and
box. We gonna put
people.
that on the yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, I enjoyed you, Camille. Thank you. I'm glad we were able because all last year I was like, you got something, you got something. It's because I just
Yeah,
love to highlight talent such as yours.
I appreciate it.
You doing a great job, mama. I
Thank
know it ain't easy. I hope you get some rest tonight. Child. I can I totally empathize as a mother. It's just like you are
There's
perpetually
so
tired.
little. There's so little. Oh man. Yeah.
It's just it's yeah, I totally get it. So I appreciate when I can vibe with mamas like you and we can support each other. So just know if it's something you need from Rocky's reality, just shout me out. When the album is about to roll out, please
I will.
uh hop in my inbox and let me know.
I
So
will. Hopefully I
and
make my way up there at some point. Like I'm not staying in Detroit yet, and I have an auntie there that's there, and she's like, "Can you get up here?"
You do because it would be some great spots. Like I could totally see you at Willis Show Bar or somewhere like even Royal Oak Music Theater, or it's just like
Okay.
different little venues around the
Yeah.
city that I could really see you um
Yeah.
putting in some work. Aretha's Jazz Cafe, which is
Hey,
out of
I'm
the
doing
music.
jazz sets now too. That's a whole other thing. We talk about that later.
You
But
say what you're doing what sets?
jazz sets. I also do
Okay.
some jazz too. So
Okay.
there's options out here.
Yeah, because you got that type of voice that can vacillate. It's
Mhm.
versatile. So yeah. So I love it. So thank you again, Camille,
Thank
and take
you.
care. Everyone tune in next week. We will have Justice Kyra Bolden, who is the first Black woman on the Michigan Supreme Court, and she's the
All
youngest as
right.
well. So yes, girl, we
Yes.
got a whole lineup of
Yes.
dope women for Women's
Women's
History
History.
Month. You said what?
That Women's History Month. I love it.
Yes, yes. Even though Women's History is every day, just like Black History is every day. But
Mhm.
we gonna let y'all have this, but we doing shit all the time. So, but yeah, okay. So take care, Camille,
Thank
and
you.
appreciate you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Have a good night.